We're often asked what Cotati is, and for us it's two things. It's a small town located just south of here. It's an area where I grew up. Also, the second hand of it is it has a rich, immense hot rod history from going back into the late teens, early 20s with the 1.5 mile super speedway, which was a board track, and then later into the 50s up until about 1968, where it became a legendary drag strip, road race track, motorcycle events. And unfortunately, over the years, it's just gotten kind of looked over in the eyes of the media. The Cotati Speed Shop name for us really blossomed from the idea that with all of that history that had taken place over the early decades of hot rodding, it's a way for us to kind of contribute and bring back to life a lot of that history. It's gotten so overlooked over the years, and as time goes on, it just kind of seems to slowly be erased, and we didn't want to see that happen. From a local perspective for us, and also from an international perspective, we want the world to know about how much exciting stuff happened out at Cotati, and it was a great way for us to tie some hot rod heritage to what we do every day in our hot rod construction. At Cotati Speed Shop, we are a full service facility. We do everything from hot rod tune-ups, mild upgrades, to complete construction, everything from chassis construction, plumbing, mechanical fab, in through the sheet metal work, all the body and paint. Pretty much a turnkey type situation where, if we go from ground up all the way through, we'll actually even do the preliminary road testing and hand the keys over to the owner with a car that we know is ready for the road. Currently, one of the projects we're working on is a 1936 Ford Roadster. Right now we're at one of the earliest stages of the project. We're doing a lot of the chassis modifications, plumbing, retrofitting, a lot of the upgrades that the car needs to become what we would consider a drivable, more modern type hot rod. One of the things that we're actually doing today is we're building a Flowmaster system, exhaust system for the car, and we're using a 2.5 inch U-fit kit, Delta 50 series mufflers, and pretty much working and building the whole system from the headers all the way back to the tailpipes. At the most recent SEMA show, we brought a 1950 Merc to the show this year named Josephine. It's the E-Garage 1950 Merc, owned by Nick and Patricia Jimenez. And we brought the car with the intention that we thought it would be well received, and to our surprise, it really blew the doors open at the SEMA show. The reception was unbelievable. The press and the media attention to the car was also unbelievable. It surfaced on just about every blog and news link through the internet, and we had a great time with the car. We were really blown away on how it was received, and I think looking back at it, it's just I think it's a real testament to our workmanship, and of course having it in bare metal and kind of right there, raw and naked for everybody to see, was also part of the attention getting side of the car. We recently just finished a 1960 Ford Starliner for Paul Bischetto. Also just took the car out to the 2011 Grand National Roadster Show down in Pomona, California, and 2 weeks after that brought it up to the Sacramento Autorama in Sacramento, and we had a great outing. The car took first in its class at both shows, and at the Sacramento Autorama it was also selected for the Ogden Chrome Choice Award. The 1960 Ford Starliner features a 514 Ford Racing Crate engine, and it's hooked up to a C6 transmission with a 3-inch Flowmaster exhaust system, again utilizing a U-fit kit, 70 series mufflers, and a really cool one-off constructed resonator from the Special Project Development Shop at Flowmaster. And that resonator has played a huge part in that system because of the size of the engine, the size of the exhaust for the flow that we needed. It allows us to use the vehicle in a way where you can drive it in street application and it's not overly bearing in sound. We don't have that interior resonating sound, and it still has just a beautiful, deep tone about the system. We've been using the Flowmaster products for the last 18 years, and one of the biggest reasons is the diversity in muffler selection, the U-fit kit, hush power 2s, And one thing that's really important for us is the ability to work with the special project development shop at Flowmaster with a lot of our special and kind of one-off and oddball type needs through our construction process over the last 18 years.